guys, it's Kayla, and I know it's been a while on this series, but we are finally back with more Dangerous Relationship. Things got very feelsy last episode, so let's see what happens this time on The Jealous Singer. We can talk once you've settled down. Subaru left me alone after saying those words. Even though it was me who said we should break up, my heart was throbbing with pain. His face when I'd said that had looked so dismal. I was getting rid of him, mere moments before his much-awaited song reached completion. Subaru, I'm sorry. My voice spilled into the empty room, still and silent, save for a blinking light on my phone. A message from Subaru? Already? It was a message he left me last night, a little before he came to meet me after work. Do I listen or not? We should definitely listen to it. I guess I should listen. I pressed a few buttons and dialed my voicemail. It informed me that there was one new message. I hit the button to play it. It's Subaru. I'm fine talking on the phone, but leaving a message makes me nervous for some reason. He sounded a bit hesitant through the speaker. You must be still working since you aren't answering. Good to see you're trying so hard. I got so anxious waiting I came all the way to the studio. I want to hear your voice that bad. I had to. If you get this message before I see you, call me. I'll be waiting for you. I love you. Beep. Subaru. Hearing his sweet voice once again has brought tears to my eyes. It was my day off, but I felt so terrible I wanted to spend it with my head buried in a pillow. Ding. A call from Tomoko? Hello? Hey, big news. What? You're gonna flip out. Get this, Ryo is coming back to sing again. I couldn't believe my ears. He is? Where did you hear that from? That sure was quick. Subaru said he couldn't sing until this one song was complete. As of this morning, he still had some work to do on it. It couldn't be true. Well, it's not official, but a girl from his fan club has a friend in a recording studio. I guess Ryo has been showing up there to make music. I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but I know you can keep a secret. Promise me that you won't tell anyone. All right, I promise. So him recording pretty much means he's coming back, doesn't it? Yeah, you would think so. That reminds me about when you mentioned he had some work to do the other day. I could see you every day, but being apart makes the heart grow fonder, or so they say. Besides, I need to start recording some things. What do you mean? For your new song? Right. It won't be long now until I'm finished. He had been trying to finish his song, so it wasn't strange for him to be at a recording studio. I don't know how true it is, but I sure hope so. I can't wait to hear him again. Yeah. You seem out of it. You alright? I'm fine. You're off today, right? Yeah, so I'm coming over. I'll bring you something to cheer you up. Tomoko, wait! Beep. She hung up on me. Jeez. I was glad to know she was that concerned about me, though. I couldn't talk to her about Subaru, but being with her would distract me from thinking about him. It hadn't even been an hour before Tomoko showed up. Hey, I brought tons of DVDs, all Ryo's concerts for us to watch. Huh? Oh, that's the last thing we want to do. It'll cheer you up, come on. Yeah. This one is his first concert. This is one where She rambled on talking about Subaru while handing me the videos one after the other. Who knows when I'll be back, but we can get in the mood by watching all of these. I'll get us tickets for his first concert back, so let's go see it together, okay? Tomoko was so happy at the idea that he would come back. Surely millions of others were as well. Tomoko made me watch more of his concerts than I could count. Thank you. Thousands of his fans waved frantically at him before his first performance at a huge venue. I've worked so hard to get here, and it feels like a dream now. I was nothing more than a kid who loved music some years ago, but now with all of your help, I finally get to stand on this stage today. Thank you so much. The song intro started and he began to sing. This song still gives me chills, even today. Clutching the remote control in her hand, her eyes were glued to the screen. It's a song about a guy who never stopped running, so he ran 10 miles every day to feel it. What? Really? He only makes his songs after he's experienced them. It's his way of doing things. Instead of imagining it, the lyrics have more meaning if it's felt by himself. Oh, in that way, Subaru's style of making songs was unique. It was no different than our dating for his love song that never meant anything to him. This next song, you all love. I know you do. Pumping his fist in the air, his rally was met with a chorus of cheers from the crowd. The Subaru on stage and the Subaru that left today were one and the same person, but the way they acted was so different. It seemed like another person entirely. Ryo is just so cool. Yeah, I know. He was, after all, a star. That meant his existence was one far from people like me, who dreamed just to speak to him. It's already this late? Shoot, I've got plans, so I'm gonna have to go. Really? Okay, thanks for coming. It helped. Good to hear. Oh yeah, you want to borrow one? She held out one of his concert discs towards me. I guess we would want to borrow it since we love him. Sure, thanks. I'll hold on to it. You can give it back whenever you want. Tamako closed the door, leaving me alone again. As I stared at the disc in my hands, I felt like I was going to cry again. It seemed so ironic, but hearing Subaru's song filled me with courage. Dating him must have been nothing more than a dream after all. If I could believe that, I might actually be able to patch my heart again together. I'll just put him behind me and cheer for him like any other fan would. Having made my decision, I stood up only to hear the necklace around my neck jingle. Oh, it was the gift Subaru had given me. I hadn't taken it off since yesterday. I just decided to forget about dating him, but was haunted by the memory of our date. Last night, he had taken me to the cafe we always went to. It's great that we can come here and stay out of sight, but it'd be nice to go somewhere else. The place had already closed its doors, but we relaxed and had a chat inside. I'm happy enough just staying here with you. Then I was right to bring you here, but still, you're allowed to be more selfish, you know. He took a sip out of his hot cup of coffee. We should go out on a drive next time. Drive? Yeah, driving somewhere. No one can bother us on the road and we can be all alone. You haven't driven in ages. You sure you remember how to? The owner joked while coming to pour a refill on the coffee. I've been practicing my driving ever since we started dating. We'll see about that. He leaned towards me and whispered in my ears. He drives around in those fancy imports. Terrible driver. You don't even want to know how many times he's wrecked. Huh? Really? One time, he thought he was an outlaw and drove around like a maniac. Hey, don't go telling stories without asking me first. I'm not like that anymore. I drive responsibly now. That was back in my wild youth. Why don't you grab a mop and go clean the back? Subaru got up and started pushing the owner away from the table. You come in here after closing and now you think you own the place? Whatever. I'll leave you two alone for now. Why does he have to open his mouth like that? If not for him, I might actually like coming here. He only talks about things I tell him to keep secret. Subaru sighed with a troubled face. Secret? Nothing. I think driving around sounds like fun, though. Yeah, it sure does. His warm and gentle smile glowed back at me. It was such a genuine smile that there was no way he could have faked it. The hard part was how the more we were together, the easier it was to imagine his love was real. I clutched the necklace he'd gifted me as I remembered that date. Since we were breaking up, I knew I should stop wearing that necklace. But remembering the smile he wore when he gave it to me made it too hard to tear from my neck. His glowing, brilliant smile wouldn't get out of my head. Breaking up was my idea. I've got to get over it. I decided, at least for the time being, to keep wearing it as a good luck charm. Thanks to that, perhaps, I was able to visit Subaru again in a warm and peaceful dream. However, when I woke up, I felt no better than before, still writhing in sadness and despair. I need to take this off soon. I touched its slender silver charm with my fingers as I made my way to work with dragging feet. Today I'd be working as a stylist for Ryohei again. Enough about Subaru, I've got to focus on work. In front of the dressing room, I slapped my cheeks to snap myself out of it and knocked. It's open! Ryohei called out energetically from inside. Good morning. Good morning, we meet again. I'm fortunate to be paired with you today. Me too. So what's that you got there? Is this my outfit for today? He came strolling over to me and inspected the bundle of clothes in my hand. I could have guessed from last time, but you really do have great taste after all. Heh, I guess you have to. It's your job. I'm glad that you like it. I do. A lot, actually. If only I could get someone as good as you every time. His warm smile healed my gaping hole in my heart. That's right. Would you be willing to be my stylist for the next big concert? Me? Are you sure you'd be happy with someone like me? Are you kidding? I wouldn't be happy with anyone else. He said enthusiastically, surprising me greatly. Well, thank you. I was extremely grateful someone of his caliber was recognizing my work. I'll tell the others about you. They'll want to meet you. That sounds great. It might be tough since we've got a few characters, but you can handle it, I'm sure. You can just pick clothes that fit everyone's personality. Could you do that? Yes, I'd love to. I was so fortunate to get to work with Ryohei that day. It helped me get my mind off of Subaru. But now I'm thinking about it again. Huh? Did you say something to me? Sorry, just talking to myself. You're something else. Remember last time you worked with me? Weren't you in here a while? Oh yeah, I was preparing for another client. Yeah, I came back too. I forgot something in here. I thought back. That was the time Subaru had sneaked into the studio and jumped on me. We had just started going out together and he came to see me. However, Ryohei came back into the room to get something and we had to hide behind the curtains. I was trying not to make a sound then, but Subaru smooched me on the neck and made a ruckus. I thought for sure you would be in here, but I couldn't find you. I thought back how Subaru covered my mouth with his hand and pulled me into a safe hiding spot. I guess he might be looking for another set of clothes or... His eyes sharpened and he curiously looked at me. No one should have been in here, but I heard a sound from behind the curtains. Had he known it was me? I thought it might not have been noticed, but he made it sound like he knew. What if there were, behind the curtains, I waited anxiously, my heart pulsing with terror. Behind the curtains? I asked, not sure I wanted to hear the rest anyway. Someone had snuck in and was hiding back there. He looked at my face in the curtains and turned. Someone? Had he heard my moan after all? A ghost, maybe? Huh? I spit out in stupor. A ghost? I hear they often hang around studios. I never believed it until now. That's pretty scary if you think about it. That's kind of ironic since Halloween was yesterday. Yeah, I guess so. I breathed a sigh of relief. So were you here alone? You didn't hear any strange sounds? No, not really. If you do, tell me. I'll move us to a different room. Okay. Well then, I better get changed. Yes, yeah, here you are. Ryohei breezed through the shooting without any bad takes, and we finished ahead of schedule. Nice work. You too, it went smoothly today. Having such good clothes probably helped. I'm glad to hear you like them, but really, it's not the clothes but you that made it look so easy. That's not true at all. Just yesterday I talked to Subaru and he was saying, surely he was talking about the same Subaru I was thinking of. Wearing the right outfit has a huge impact on the mood of the performance. The rock star Subaru, you know him, right? Yeah. So awkward. He's great. His presence on stage and kindness off stage that only I knew were really incredible. Even if we weren't together, I might never forget how special he really was. When I see him on TV, it's hard to look away. He kind of grabs your eyes, I guess. Yeah, I get that. I mean, we're both singers, but the way we present ourselves is totally different. A rock star and an idol have a lot in common, but less than one might think. He doesn't sing. His entire life is a song. It's like he lives and breathes it. It's captivating to hear him sing. It really is. It sounds like you respect him a lot. I guess so. When I first made my entrance into music, we were on the same show together. He was so nice. He even helped a rookie like me. Really? When you look at him, you can totally imagine him as an outlaw rock star. But off the stage, he's the nicest guy ever. I sort of think of him as my big brother, at least in this business. Maybe that's why his songs do so well. That kindness of his makes its way into his songs. Have you met him? Like as a stylist or something? No, I haven't been a stylist before. I almost forgot that if we started playing again, we might meet together during work. I would have to be really careful and fully focus on work if that ever happened. He said something about you yesterday. He did? Well, what did he say? Well, we met at the recording studio yesterday. We were talking about going to some drinks. I see. How did it come to me? We were talking about how important appearance is on stage, you see. I started talking about how impressed I was with you last time we worked together. He asked about you, so I told him. So it was just about clothes then? Well, also about how you helped me that one time. That and how I would be seeing you today. Did he say anything about me? That he would try to get you as a stylist since you were so good. Oh, so he didn't say anything else? Like what? Maybe about his new song, his love song, or something. We're being so obvious. No, I don't know anything about it. Why are you so curious about what he had to say? I had no idea why I was wanting to know so badly, seeing as how I already told him we should break up. Don't tell me you're just another one of his crazy fans. I like him, but a little differently than a fan does. What, are you in love with him or something? It wouldn't be the first time. Sometimes staff use their position to get closer to the stars. I thought you weren't like that, though. He glared at me with an untrusting look. He's a big star. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you have no chance. Perhaps he was right. By some miracle, we had pretended to be lovers, but the real thing was far-off dream. Besides, even if you do go out with him, it would only be asking for trouble. You should know how dangerous scandals can be. If something like that got found out, he can kiss his dreams of singing again goodbye. Before I knew it, he had chased me into a corner, and my back pressed against the wall. Forget it. That sort of fantasy will never come true. Don't waste your time. Just then, bang! The door violently swung open. Ryohei, get away from my girl! Subaru came flying into the room, screaming at Ryohei to back away from me. Huh? Subaru? What's going on? Subaru? While the two of us stood there dumbfounded, Subaru marched closer with a frightening face. Your girl? What? Are you two actually dating? I guess we'll let Subaru respond to that. Not knowing what to say, I stood still and stared at the ground. That's right, she's my girlfriend. I don't even care if it is you. I won't forgive anyone that threatens my girl like that. Subaru came forward, grabbing my arm and yanking me away. Subaru, I told him I wanted to break up. So what was he doing here? Ryohei, sorry for keeping it from you this long, but she is my girlfriend. Please don't say anything like that to her again. Aren't you afraid of a scandal? You're gonna get found out eventually. You can't just date a regular person and expect it to go over well. One of my old band members tried that, and it backfired big time. I know that. I know, even she'll get hurt if the media find out. That's why it's so hard for me. He clutched onto my arm with a face that might start weeping at any moment. Oh, the drama. So what are you doing here? This is the last place you want to be. It isn't safe. Ryohei now snapped back at Subaru. If someone sees you, it's over. How do you know I'm not going to go and tell everyone? He's right, Subaru. Let's just end it all right here. We're not lovers. Just say it was a joke. Say you didn't really mean it. If you did, this could all end without turning into any bigger of a mess. No, I can't. Subaru grumbled, biting his lips. If I could say something like that, I wouldn't have bothered to come here in the first place. Sorry, Ryohei. I'm taking her with me. You'll have to go without a stylist for today. Yanking my arm, Subaru pulled me behind him and out of the room. Oh, that was so intense. I see why they called it Jealous Idol, and I'm also very glad that there wasn't any steam in this chapter. But there could be next time in For Eternity, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye!